The biggest mistake a YouTuber can make is believing that their popularity today guarantees their income tomorrow. Instead of relying on the brand deals that come and go, imagine earning your money directly from your audience. When KSI and Logan Paul started, nobody predicted that one day they will dominate the retail shelves worldwide. MrBeast didn't stop at videos. He used his massive YouTube following to launch Feastables. The Shlok Srivastav built a D2C empire without abandoning his tech roots. Alright, so now you're convinced that you need to build a brand. But the next big question is, what shall I even sell? Well, the answer is, if YouTube disappeared tomorrow, what would you have left? Let's be real for a second. For most creators, their entire identity is tied to this platform. The views, the cloud, the brand deals, the lifestyle, it all relies on an algorithm that they don't control. But what if overnight that all disappeared? What if the algorithm changed? What if your reach dropped by 90%? What if the trends that you once ruled became irrelevant? Would your career survive, or would it all come crashing down? It's not just for the big creators. It's for survival. It's for freedom. It's your escape plan. Ready to future-proof your career? Let's dive in. Why every YouTuber should start a brand. Let's strip it down to the basics. Because being a content creator is thrilling, but it's also incredibly unstable. 1 minute, your videos are racking up millions of views. The next minute, you're buried by the algorithm. The biggest mistake a YouTuber can make is believing that their popularity today guarantees their income tomorrow. You don't own your audience, YouTube does. You don't own your visibility, Instagram algorithm does. You don't even own your data, platforms do. And when you don't own, you're vulnerable. That is why building a brand is critical. Instead of relying on the brand deals that come and go, imagine earning your money directly from your audience. Building a brand isn't just about making more money. It's about creating something that exists even if you're not posting every day, deepening your connection with your community, providing more value beyond entertainment, building a legacy that lives beyond YouTube trends. Without a brand, you're just a content creator. But with the brand, you're a business. And in this game, the businesses last longer than the creators. So now let's talk about some folks that successfully transformed from just being content creators into very successful businesses. When KSI and Logan Paul started, nobody predicted that one day they will dominate the retail shelves worldwide. They were known for boxing matches, wild controversies, and viral moments, but they saw the bigger picture. They realized that their audience didn't just follow them for their content, they admired their energy, lifestyle, and hustle. So instead of sticking to the ad revenues, they launched Prime Hydration, a sports drink for young people who resonated with fitness, hustle, and winning attitude. Today, Prime isn't just a drink, it's a culture. From kids in America to fans in Europe and Asia, everybody knows Prime. And Prime's evaluation today crossed over $1 billion. They are not just YouTubers anymore, they are global entrepreneurs. The key takeaway over here is that they built a brand around their identity, not the content. Fukra Insaan and Triggered Insaan showed us that the Indian creators can do it too. They launched Focus, a hydration drink aiming at Gen Zs who hustle all day, go to college, game all night, and need mental clarity. Instead of waiting to become bigger, they launched when they saw this emotional connection with their audience. The key takeaway over here is that you don't need to be a 100 million subscriber creator. You need a connection. MrBeast didn't stop at videos. He understood the golden rule of business. Attention is currency. He used his massive YouTube following to launch Feastables, a chocolate brand that focused on better and cleaner ingredients for Gen Z. Feastables quickly entered Walmart and started competing with the big candy giants like Nestle and Hershey's. And the best part? His brand earned him money even while he slept. The key takeaway over here is, if you build the loyalty first, the selling becomes effortless later. Parul started with TV shows and YouTube videos, but she saw a gap. There weren't enough good quality, easy to use hair extensions in India. So she turned her personal struggles into a mission and launched Niche Hair. And well, she didn't stop there. She also featured in Shark Tank India and got a deal as well. She wasn't trying to sell hair extensions randomly. She was sharing her stories of losing confidence, having bad hair days, and how hair extensions helped her feel herself again. And due to this, thousands of girls resonated with her message. Today, Niche Hair is a powerful homegrown brand. The key takeaway over here is vulnerability and authenticity brings trust, and that in turn brings sales. Gaurav wasn't just a pilot turned fitness YouTuber. He saw the potential of its community, people who were passionate about fitness, family, and healthy living. He launched Beast Life, a sports nutrition brand, and later Rosaire Foods, an organic dairy products brand. Today, even if Gaurav stops uploading these videos, these brands would continue growing because these are not just Gaurav's brands anymore. They have their own audience. The key takeaway over here is create products that your audience already desires. Tech burner, that is Shlok Srivastav, built a D2C empire without abandoning his tech roots. He launched 3 brands: Layers, a cool mobile skins and a smartwatch brand; Overlays, a clothing brand; and Brightso, an online school for video editors. All are designed for Indian youth who want personality plus aesthetic swag. He proved that even the tech review audience can buy lifestyle products if positioned correctly. The key takeaway over here is you can go multi-niche if you understand your audience identity. Maybe the most interesting story. Alak Pandey started teaching with a whiteboard and a phone camera. No fancy studios, no flashy editing, just pure value. Today, PhysicsWala is a unicorn startup with a valuation of $1 billion. He didn't chase sponsorships, he chased excellence, and his students followed him everywhere. He turned knowledge into a scalable and profitable brand without losing authenticity. The key takeaway over here is consistency in service results in an unstoppable brand. So now you see, there is no one type of creator who can build a brand. Gamers, tech reviewers, educators, entertainers, fitness freaks, lifestyle icons, if they can do it, you can too. The question is, will you start today or wait until it's too late? You may think, but Aakash, I'm not a Logan Paul or MrBeast. I only have 5,000 subscribers. Does this even apply to me? Well, the answer is, it does. Take the example of Your Movie Sucks, a small movie review YouTuber. He launched a simple line of movie merchandise and niche collectibles, targeting the hardcore cinema fans. He doesn't have millions of followers, but because his audience is so loyal and so engaged, he makes his full-time income of just a few thousand fans. The key takeaway over here is, you don't need millions of fans, you need a deep connection with the true ones. Alright, so now you're convinced that you need to build a brand. But the next big question is, what shall I even sell? You sell what your audience already associates with you. You need to find the intersection between your personality, your audience's demand, and your market needs. For example, if you're a fitness YouTuber, it would make sense for you to launch a line of resistant bands or gym wear because your audience already trusts you to guide them properly on fitness. The key takeaway over here is, don't overcomplicate it. Start with something that aligns with your content and expand later. Now let's talk about how to start your brand step by step. Step 1. Validate the idea. Before you even think about manufacturing products or designing websites, the first step is to validate whether your audience even wants what you're planning to offer. This is the step where many creators go wrong. They think if they believe in an idea, their audience will too. Instead, involve your audience early. Create polls on your YouTube community tab, Instagram stories, or even LinkedIn if your audiences hang out there. Ask direct questions like, if I launch my skincare line, would you be interested? Or, what is the biggest frustration you have when buying gaming accessories? Use the feedback to refine your product ideas. Look for patterns. If multiple people are asking for the same thing, that's your golden opportunity. Think of it as a market research, but done in a way that your audience also feels that they are involved in your journey. When you validate properly, you're not just building a product for yourself, you're building a solution for them, and that's what sells. Step 2. Start small. Once you have clarity from what your audience wants, resist the urge to go all in from day one. Many creators make this mistake of blowing lakhs of rupees on inventory, hoping that it will sell, and then sit on the unsold products for months. Instead, think like a smart entrepreneur. Invest in small, manageable batches. If you're launching a physical products like t-shirts or supplements, start maybe with 50 to 100 pieces. If you're launching a digital product like an ebook, a mini course, or a template, start with an MVP, minimum viable product, without worrying about fancy production. The goal in the beginning is not to become a millionaire. The goal is to prove to yourself that you can sell, fulfill orders, and handle customers. And if you're too excited to leave and start now, don't forget to like and comment. Step 3. Collaborate with manufacturers. Once you decide on your product, the next step is to find somebody reliable to make it for you. If it's a physical product, you will need to connect with the manufacturers. Platforms like Alibaba, IndiaMart, and local B2B exhibitions are a great starting point. Start by shortlisting 5 to 10 manufacturers. Send them your product specifications, ask for samples, and compare the quality across suppliers. Don't just go for the cheapest one. Remember, quality matters far more when your personal brand is attached to the product. Negotiate the terms clearly. Minimum order quantity, payment timelines, and return policies for defective goods, etc. Just know, a bad supplier can damage your reputation overnight, but a good one will be your silent growth partner. Step 4. Build a simple brand identity. Now that your product is almost ready, it's time to package it inside a brand that feels authentic to your audience. Start with the basics. Choose a brand name that is memorable, easy to spell, and relevant to your niche. Create a logo. Simple, clean, and versatile. You don't need to spend $50,000 on branding right now. Sites like Fiverr and Upwork have talented freelancers who can design these logos for you for $2,000 to $5,000. Set up a basic Instagram page where you post behind-the-scene content, sneak peeks, and your brand updates. If possible, create a simple landing page or website using Shopify, Wix, or WordPress. Step 5. Launch softly. Start by launching your brand exclusively to your core followers. These are your most loyal fans, the ones who comment on every post, DM you, or have been following you from early days. Make it special. Offer them early access before the general public. Give them special discounts or bonus gifts as a thank you for being early supporters. Encourage them to share pictures, write testimonials, or unboxing videos when they receive the products. Step 6. Keep reinventing. Launching the brand is not the end. It's just the day one of the journey. After the launch, shift to listening mode. Ask for feedback continuously. What do you love about the product? What can we do better next time? What products would you like us to make? Use the feedback loop to improve quality, fix mistakes, and find new opportunities. Reinvention is the key because your first product won't be perfect, and that's okay. Apple didn't become Apple overnight. Nike didn't become Nike overnight. They listened to the customers, adapted, improved, and evolved. Starting a brand isn't about money. It's about building a new layer of trust with your audience. And this was part 1 of the video. And in the next part, I'm going to tell you how to scale your brand and what mistakes to avoid that your favorite creators have made.